This review and questionnaire is brought to you because of Dave's Auto and their monster engine. We're going to get into it with all of the overspray inside of this block, from one end to the other, cam journals. Now, Dad has said he's not worried about it, but it's something I'm concerned about. You can clearly see there's paint on the block, not on the main cap, which would indicate to me that there is paint between the main cap and the engine. We've also got rust on one of these connecting rods. We've already reached in there and scraped as much of this off as we can, but we haven't rotated the engine to see if there's any more. But if the builder put this in like that and was okay with it, what else did they do? They've said, we built you a good engine. That was all they will talk about. They will not direct us in any of this, admit to any of it. There's paint all through the glow plug holes. They were not blocked off. Is it standard to paint these up? In our opinion, it's not. It seems like they should have had something threaded in there and painted. For $18,000, this ain't right. It's important to note the level of corrosion that this block had on it. They didn't get it all here, which they're trying to say that that's every motor, but our motor was in perfect condition, no corrosion. This truck's been sitting under our carport for 5 months, going on 6 now, so it's really dusty and dirty, but this is the truck it came out of. A zero rust, zero corrosion truck. We had a cream puff of a motor. As you can see here, there is no initials. No initials here, no initials here. So they took our Oklahoma Southern truck with no rust, sent us some Northern motor, and here's what we think happened because they won't talk to us about it. They saw that engine and went, oh, we'll keep this for one of our customers in our shop. And maybe that's not true. Their videos would indicate it's not, but that's how we feel. Because you sent us a Northern motor. We sent you a Southern motor with nothing wrong with it. Forgive me, I'm getting a little fired up. Calm down here. You can see overspray. I mean, I bet we can go through this whole engine and find this in there. This was completely coated and covered in oil, or paint. Then we've got paint down inside of that oil port right there. Now we got oil, or again, paint on the springs. All of these surfaces here were painted. We've already cleaned. You can see the paint in the bolt holes that we didn't get off. Paint inside the heads. There you go. Paint, all inside of the intake runners. Or, well, this one. Looks like all the ones close to the, oh, some in there, not much. We could talk about the paint behind the cam gear. The paint on these cooling ports completely coated and covered. I mean, I could do this all day long. The fact is that you hired somebody with very little skill or concern to paint this motor. Is it the same guy that built the motor? Because if it is, this thing's fixing to scatter itself across the highway. Look, we're not trying to create some big issue here. But in the end, we paid $18,000 for a motor to be built. And a motor was built. And it was built to our specifications. The best cams, the best crank, the best speed of air pistons. This thing is supposed to be immaculate. And you know what? God, I hope it is. But for $18,000, this is piss poor. Not an apology one. And let me tell you, that really chaps our ass because $18,000 is a fortune to us, and I'm sure it is to most of you. This could have been handled in email, and it wasn't. Some story about tile. I don't know. Anyhow, well, thank you for your time.